Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Happy Halloween to all those that celebrate. And you know what my favorite thing to do during the spooky season is? Watching a couple Halloween movies. I'm talking about Hocus Pocus, Frankenweenie, and my personal favorite, Tim Burton's Nightmare Before Christmas. If for some reason you've been living under a rock your entire life, The Nightmare Before Christmas by Tim Burton is a stop motion animation that tells the story of our favorite pumpkin king, Jack Skellington. The film follows Jack as he goes through his sort of midlife crisis. He's hosted the best Halloweens you've ever seen, but he feels like something is missing. Coincidentally enough, this is when he finds a door that leads him straight into Christmas Town. Christmas Town? I think that's what it's called. And he gets to experience Christmas for the first time. Overjoyed by this new concept, he wants to be a part of Christmas. Knowing that he can't take Christmas back to Halloween Town, he wants to take Christmas for himself. So what he does is takes the spot of Sandy Claus and does his job. Sandy Claus being this universe's version of Santa Claus. He has no malintent, however. He just wants to give out presents and cheer the way he knows how to. Unbeknownst to Jack, however, the people of Christmas Town do not appreciate his gifts, which again are terrifying. So what he does is he ends up giving the role back to Sandy Claus, and Jack makes his way back to Halloween Town. Before the night ends, however, Sandy Claus gives them a little bit of Christmas magic and layers all of Halloween Town with a blanket of snow, making it a white Christmas. Or a white Halloween? The whole point of the movie is that Jack learns to appreciate what he has, but also it's okay to want a bit more, right? So what's with the title of this video? I mean, it's obviously a Halloween movie, right? I mean, it's obviously a Christmas movie, right? Well, this has been a long debated question that I've always found interesting myself. And so in this video, we're going to discuss that topic itself. Is Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas a Christmas movie or a Halloween movie? So go ahead and grab your snacks, your drinks, whatever, you already know, you got the deal. And join me as we answer that question. Of course, if you couldn't tell, this is an opinionated piece. The conclusions we come to in this video are based on my own opinions and biases alone. So of course you are allowed to disagree with me, and actually, I would love to hear your opinions in the comments below. So if you would be so kind and leave a comment, I would really appreciate it. Also, I will be using this thread I found on everyone's favorite Reddit, just so I could gather different opinions about how people feel about it. But yeah, it's going to be linked in the description below if you wanted to read the whole thread for yourself. So in no particular order, let's get started. A user says it's about Halloween. Halloweenifying Christmas, not Christmasifying Halloween. Christmasifying Halloween. Christmasifying? See, those are real words. I did not make them up. Another user says 55% Halloween to 45% Christmas. I don't know where they got those exact percentages, but let's keep going. But the majority of the plot divulges around Christmas, but understood by Halloween characters in their Halloween universe. I'd argue it's about Christmas, but the setting and atmosphere are heavily Halloween influenced. So what they're saying is that it's about Christmas, but it takes place in a Halloween environment. So therefore making it a Christmas movie. If I understood correctly. Some person put it's a 420 movie. Yeah, me and that person. Me and that user were going to be like this. Another user says, I'd say overall the theme is Halloween since it starts and ends there, but it's always described as a Q4 movie, which I believe they mean fourth quarter movie, since to me it seems relevant October through December. This other user says, did we watch the same movie? Did Jack not go through a Christmas door? Did he not go to Christmas land? Did he not fall in love with Christmas and try to make his own version in Halloween Town? He did. This is essentially a Christmas Hallmark movie, but with claymation instead of white actors and actresses. Halloween movie, my ass. And then someone says about 2 minutes of the movie takes place in Christmas Town, while the other 88 minutes takes place in Halloween Town. It's definitely a Halloween movie, as stated by director and composer. Well, there we go. The input of the director and the composer are very important in this case, but not the deciding factor, of course. Someone said, to avoid making a choice, I usually watch it around Thanksgiving. Another user states, The Nightmare Before Christmas is not a Christmas movie, but a Halloween movie with Christmas themes. Very simple. Also, someone else states, it was first released just before Halloween, so take that into consideration as well. That is very true. The timing a movie is released is not an accident. It never is. So it being released around Halloween time does for sure push towards the side of it being a Halloween movie as opposed to a Christmas movie. But anyway, just keep going. It's a holiday movie. I watch it every 4th of July. I love, okay, this Read it for yourself. But this thread is full of people that are actually trying to have a debate and other people that are just joking around. I think it's so funny. Okay, another user says it's about the ruler of Halloween Town, but it takes place during Christmas time and has Santa Claus in it as well. So it qualifies as both. Sorry, another user states it's a movie that opens on Halloween night, and the entire rest of the movie is almost a whole cast finding out about, preparing for, and quote unquote celebrating Christmas, and then ends with Sandy Claus literally saving Christmas at the last minute and teaching the main protagonist about the meaning of the holiday. Sounds like a Christmas movie to me. The fact that most of the cast happen to be nightmare monsters who work to turn Christmas into a twisted prevention of itself, not because they're evil or trying to destroy Christmas, but because they're nightmare monsters and they don't know anything else, doesn't change the fact that almost the entirety of the plot and dialogue are focused on the time leading up to the night of Christmas. Therefore, arguing that it's a Christmas movie, right? That's also very interesting. Someone says the song This Is Halloween, This Is Halloween. They are literally telling you in the opening number. Okay, that's cool, that's good. Another user states it's unequivocally a Christmas movie. Why am I so certain? Because Christmas movies almost usually see a protagonist go through a personal transformation as a result of Christmas and its related concepts. They end up happier and more content than they originally were at the beginning. Jack does exactly this. Halloween movies have a resolution, but there is nearly always some sort of open-ended dread or potential future issue. Someone says there is a scene where they kidnap the Easter Bunny, so you could make the argument that oh my god. I love that. Okay. So after reading a couple of these comments, I'm not going to read all of them. If you want to go through all of them, the link is in the description. But yeah, after reading through a couple comments, you can clearly see there's very good arguments for both sides, right? So let's form a conclusion. So what's the verdict? What's my conclusion? After reading those comments and watching the movie a couple times, I have come to the conclusion that Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas is a Halloween movie. Here's why. Here's why in my opinion. Our main character, Jack Skellington, is quite literally the Pumpkin King. We focus on him, his journey, and his story with trying to change Halloween. It's focusing on his perfect version of Halloween, whether that be the traditional version he sticks to or a newer version that he wants to try out. At the end of the day, he wants a holiday that best suits him, and that makes him fulfilled. Also, the fact that the vast majority of the movie takes place in Halloween Town and focuses with Halloween characters is very important. Again, the movie focuses on Halloween Town Halloweenifying Christmas. They're putting their twist on that holiday. Not celebrating the way that people traditionally celebrate it, but celebrating in the way they know how. Also, I wanted to point out a little side note. When it comes to Disney parks, like the one in Anaheim, California, they place an emphasis on this movie during Halloween time. The whole Oogie Boogie Bash and stuff like that. That is during October. They never really do anything in December when they so clearly can. And also, they don't need to put a focus on Oogie Boogie for October. They have a massive roster of villains that could so easily take the lead for that kind of celebration. Someone like Maleficent, Ursula, the list goes on. The fact that they want to focus on Oogie Boogie also pushes it towards the side that it is a Halloween movie. Also, the name of the film as well, The Nightmare Before Christmas. In this context, my interpretation of nightmare is the dark, the scary that comes right before Christmas. And what is the horrifying, scary thing that happens before Christmas? Halloween. So that's how I see it anyway. So do you agree? Is The Nightmare Before Christmas a Halloween movie? Leave your response and your opinions in the comments below. I would love to read them. That's it for today, guys. It was a fun little short video. At least I hope it was short. It's always a pleasure to come back to this movie every so often. And don't let the fact that it's supposed to be a Halloween movie or a Christmas movie stop you from watching it. Whenever you want to watch it, go ahead and watch it. It's like the comment said, it's a 420 movie anyway. I'm just kidding. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Please stay safe out there. Happy Halloween once again for all those that celebrate. I hope you guys have a wonderful time out there. And hopefully I'll see you around in the next one. Bye guys.